All right, we are live on Facebook. My name is Cindy, and I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. Do you know how, like, sometimes you just pick the wrong outfit though for Zoom? I look like a talking head tonight. Do y'all agree? Like, I have a turtleneck on, and against the dark chair, I realized like this looks so bad on the screen. Oh my goodness! So we're just gonna laugh about that, right, and have some fun. But it has been a fantastic Monday around here, and we are so glad that you're here to help clean out your makeup drawer. Because how many of you are just frustrated with not knowing what to toss, when to toss it, or you even have things in there that you just don't wear, but it feels like wearing, maybe you're throwing money away, right? I think that happens to all of us. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to release and let go of some of those things too. But we're going to start out, first of all, talking about what to throw away then. And let me grab a couple products so we really can kind of focus on this and kind of be able to take you through so you know what those differences are. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and say hello in the comments. Let us know that you're there, and things as well. And I'm just making sure, looking for it, see that I can find it on my channel and make sure that all is going well. Yep, there it is. Awesome. Okay. So as we get started, think about, you might have a makeup bag, you might have a makeup drawer, you might have a little bit of both. One of the things I'm going to say is find something that keeps it all organized for you with what you're using on a regular basis. And I did not grab it and bring it in here, but our travel roll bag is one of the best things to keep organized what you want to keep. So if you don't have that, if you don't have a travel roll bag, that would be one of the key things that I would recommend that you consider, and that you get. And I'm just going to go ahead and see that I'm trying to get myself to be key here and be at the top of the meeting and spotlight for everyone. There we go. Okay, I got it. And being able to do that. So a way to keep everything organized when you're done cleaning it out is going to be a key important factor to just keeping it a little bit more organized. But I want to know from you, if you're watching on YouTube, put in the comments and tell us, what is your biggest question, challenge of knowing what to throw out when. And I'll come back and look for those questions and be able to answer those for you. But I think the key is, if we're getting irritation, if we're getting breakouts, those are definite signs that maybe we need to evaluate our brushes, how clean they are. Also, to look at the products itself. Are they outdated? Do they need to, be replaced? And sometimes your skin is letting you know that. If it starts to look dull, if it's getting some irritation, it definitely could be time to make a toss for some of those things. So I think one of the things that most common, we kind of know, we talk about more than some of the others, is we're going to start out with, of course, mascara. And that mascara, you're thinking about, you're pulling it out every day, you're getting air back in that tube. We're putting it against our eyes. It could put some bacteria back into that tube. So your mascaras are one of the things that you want to replace the most, and you want to replace those every 3 months. Ideally, that's what the dermatologists recommend, is really to get a new one every 3 months. So toss that old one. And here's another thing. Don't pump your mascara. So often, like back in the day, we were taught, like, pump your mascara. Don't. That just puts more air back in there, breaks down the quality of that mascara. And I love with the Mary Kay mascaras that literally you can pull that mascara out and it has enough on there for like one application. It's called a smart swiper. You can almost feel it cleaning that, and being able to do that. So 3 months on your mascaras. While we're on eye products, things like our new eyeshadow sticks that you can see I was striping earlier, but those new eyeshadow sticks that we have, they are a cream, but they do go on in the stick format. But those are going to fit into the 1 year category, the same kind of as your like eye pencils. So your eye pencils would be a year as well. That's our fun limited edition copper. Isn't that such a fun color? Such a soft eyeliner. But those items would be max 1 year, because again, they are getting close to your eye area. and because they can start to dry out or harbor some bacteria in there. Moving on to your foundations and concealers. Now, since we have our new foundations, concealers that we're squeezing out of the tube to apply instead of having the wand that you dipped in, these can also be like a foundation and can be up to 1 year. And because you're squeezing it out, you're putting it on, it typically is not getting a whole lot of air in there, won't dry out, and you're not putting anything back into that would give it like bacteria. So foundations and concealers are 1 year. Now let's speak a little truth for a second. How many of you have the wrong color foundation in your drawer? Right? Unless you're already a Mary Kay gal and well matched by your consultant, you might still have some old foundations in there prior to even using Mary Kay. It's time to toss them. If they are not the right color, if they're not the right shade, I know it feels like you're wasting money. If it's Mary Kay, reach out to your Mary Kay gal. If you've purchased it in the last year, you can return it. But otherwise, it needs to go. Clean it out of the drawer. You're going to feel better getting rid of the clutter. So when we look at how do I handle the other things, not just with their timeline, but looking at what's in the drawer I just can't throw away. I want you can literally get a piece of paper and you can write like it, love it, need some more of it, or like trash it. Like it just needs to go. Only keep in that makeup bag or in the closest part of that drawer in the travel roll bag what you're actually using every day. It will streamline your routine so much to not dig through there. In our makeup bag, I have some people who have their skincare pieces that are not on their counter in the makeup bag for their supplements. Then they have their 5-minute face look in one pocket. And then they have their like more detailed like compacts and things. They have those in another pocket for their more advanced glamour looks. So streamline your routine, ladies, by how you organize your products, right? And being able to do that. So we covered concealers. As far as your powders, like facial powders, blushes, as long as things, again, are that powder form, 1 to 2 years for those. Because if you start to notice this gets really cakey or thick, or it's really sticking in here, then it may look a little different. But 1 to 2 years on there, because they're dry, they are powder, they're not going to harbor as much bacteria. But I just had someone message me a compact from 10 years ago. It is time for it to go, right? That's just too long. You could cause breakouts, bacteria, or just bringing things back. You're bringing old things back to your skin. You don't need them. You don't want them, right? So be sure to toss those. Now, what about lipsticks, lip glosses, and those types of products? Again, lipsticks, you're applying them to the lip area, putting them on. They just get a lid on there. You put the lid back on for those. It's not like a gloss that you are kind of dipping back in and it will stay sealed in that tube. But they do recommend more like a year, 1 to 2 years for your lipstick. But some key things that to think about is if you notice a smell or particularly a texture change. With lipsticks, we can often notice a texture change, right? But if you put that on and it doesn't feel like it used to, it feels too heavy, too dry, or it has a different odor to it, it's time for them to go. Somebody asked the other day, I have a silver Mary Kay lipstick. Can I still keep that? Probably not. We haven't had silver packaging for about 12 years. So say bye-bye. It's got to go. Probably longer than 12 years, more like 15. So it was time for it to go. The other thing, depending on if you've been sick, if you have a lot of cold sores or anything like that, you may also want to at least break off a whole top of your lipsticks. If you have had some type of continual like bacterial or breakouts around there, it may be time to slice off the top of that lipstick or toss that lip gloss and get a new one. Okay. So now let's talk the real thing that none of us are great at cleaning. What do you think it is? I'm guilty. Guilty. But it makes such a difference as to how your products go on. It needs to be clean. it needs to be clean. And I do use it maybe more than once a day because sometimes I'll refresh before a Zoom. But your brushes, ideally weekly, they should be washed. And they can be washed with a spray in brush cleaner for the quick wash or washed with Dawn and left to dry. And remember, when you're drying your brushes, don't stand them up in a stand like this, or all the water will run into where the seal is. Lay them flat on the counter, preferably over the edge of a counter to dry, or even use like little hair ties, and you put a hair tie around the bottom, put it up against like your towel rack, and then you put the hair tie around it and like let the brush dry upside down like that. And things. You can just use a little bit of our Time Wise cleanser, to clean the brushes, or Dawn is great for those brushes that are the synthetic brushes, and they are the ones that have the like for the foundation, anything for the cream products. We do recommend the Dawn for a deeper clean. Okay, of those things. So that really is the key makeup items, when to keep it, when to toss it. So let's do a rundown though of skincare, because sometimes we find we keep those things a little too long as well. Um, First of all, smell changes, texture changes, any of those things. But if you have some cleanser laying around that for some reason hasn't gotten used, probably no more than a year. Same for moisturizers. They might be a little bit less because of the consistency of them. But the key thing we want to look at are your age fighting serums and your sunscreens, because your sunscreens are going to have an SPF date along with your acne treatment products. So make sure you're definitely checking those two products for um, for an expiration date. The other ones that are vital to watch is looking for your vitamin C products and your serums. Our C and E does not change. Our other dropper C will change over time, and it's okay for a bit, but as it gets exposed, and if it's been open for more than 6 or 8 months, it's probably time to replace it. It will lose some effectiveness, especially for vitamin C, because it starts to break down. So that would be the C plus resveratrol for us in Mary Kay, that great anti-wrinkle reducer product. But once it starts to get really dark, that can be an impact on it. And make sure that you keep your lids on for your products like retinol, keeping those closed. Our daily retinol, pop that clear lid back on, keep that sealed. The more air that gets into the product, the less, the more that they can become inconsistent, right? And just not be as effective. And same things, your eye area products, your eye creams, 6 to 12 months. Usually you're going to use them in that rate if you're using them all the time. And if you're not, maybe put them next to your toothbrush so that every night you're sure to apply that eye cream around your eye area to keep your skin looking amazing and looking great, and things. And here's what I want to tell you. If you looked at some of these things and you said, okay, this is helpful, I've got some things to clean out. And the one thing we didn't talk about was your powder eyeshadows. I forgot to mention that. Your eyeshadows are going to be very much like your powder blushes. Can you see I need a new contour product there? But your powder eyeshadows are going to be that 6 to 12, no more than around 12 to 18, because they are a powder, but they're around the eye area. So we want to guard those a little bit more. If you get an eye infection, you have pink eye or any of those things, you probably want to refresh your eye makeup, or you could continue to impact that. And so here's where we come in as your Mary Kay gals to help you to streamline your routine, find the routine that fits for you. We can even help you to get it organized, and we can help you to really go through that. I love it. I need more of it. I don't even know why it's in this drawer, and I need to toss it. We will sit with you and do a shake up your makeup session and help you clean out that drawer. And even if it's not all Mary Kay products, we're glad to show you what we have that's comparable to help you to do that. But book a session with your Mary Kay gal to get that update. And even if you're not local to her, this is a fun session. You can even do it virtually, to just go through and kind of clean out that makeup drawer and get an update to what you might need to replace to streamline your routine so you can feel confident every time that you walk out the door. But go check those dates, clean out what just doesn't serve you anymore. You're going to feel a little bit freer, and reach out if you need the tips and tools to help organize your items. And again, if you've got all the little containers of eyeshadows around or blushes and things like that, I don't think I have any. Get a compact, girlfriends. Get a compact. The compacts keep it all organized. They are fabulous and they are great to streamline your routine. A lot of times people have gotten the little refillable eyeshadows from us and they're just popping them open every morning, but they've got to open 3 of them to put their eye look on. Yet get a compact, fill it in so that you can just have, all 3 of your eyeshadows in there and be able to simplify your look and simplify your routine. So thanks so much for tuning in with us today. We love to have you here. We look forward to your feedback and hearing your questions. Put them in the comments. I will come back and answer those. If you need to book a session, go ahead and reach out. Also, always remember that you can shop on marykay.com. With me, I can put my link in the comment here on YouTube if you don't have a Mary Kay gal, if I am your Mary Kay gal, or reach out to your Mary Kay gal who may be sharing this video with you, because she's got a website. She's got a tool for you to shop and get it shipped directly to your door as well. So you can book with her, you can shop with her. And also, I will just mention right now, there's an amazing deal in Mary Kay. If you're watching this before March 31, if you have ever wanted to share products online and have an opportunity to earn some income as maybe like a brand ambassador, or you have like an Amazon affiliate link, but they pay pennies on the dollar, and you'd love an opportunity to actually earn some great extra income and things. Mary Kay has got 2 different choices and 2 different ways to work this business and earn income from 30 to 50% of the sales that you have through your website program or in person. There's different options. So reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you more about what that looks like and how to get started here in the month of March. So thanks so much for tuning in. We look forward to your feedback, and we can't wait to see. I don't know if you can put pictures on YouTube, but as we share this in the Facebook groups, we want to see your pictures of your new and cleaned out makeup drawers. We want to know what they look like, but go ahead and share